Just left the lumber yard, got some 2x4s, 2x6s, and a 2x8 that I'm going to be using for the top part. So when Horton is going to be sitting on top of that thing for a good little while, I want to make sure his backside is nice and comfortable. Don't want to sit in anything, you know, too narrow where his behind's going to be hurting. So, yeah, we got the casters, a little bit of hardware, and some other hardware pieces that I'm going to try to use on the GoPro. So hopefully you guys will be seeing some pretty cool shots. So I got all the layout done for the side pieces for the ladder. This section right here, down here, and down here that's going to be taken out. Just going to be doing that with a circ saw. Just making a bunch of curve cuts all the way across, then getting a hammer and chisel, busting all those pieces out. So then my step pieces, which are going to be 2x6, can fit right in there. Took a little bit of work and a little bit of math to get everything set just right. The bottom right here is going to be one step, and step here, and so on. And I've got it at 12 inches and 3/16. Alright, so 12 and 3/16 from the top of this one to the top of that one to the top of this one, and so on, all the way up to the top. Alright, so I've got all 4 of the legs all chopped and cleaned out. Basically, after you make all those curve cuts, you just break all the pieces out, you know, like you just saw. And then you can actually do a couple things. You can hit it with a chisel and clean it up all nice and pretty, or you can do what I do and get the circ saw and move it kind of back and forth sideways in between here, and that cleans that real good. And then you just come back with a chisel just to get that final little bit of crap out of there. Got all the steps cut down to size. All the steps are going to be a little bit shorter than the 2 feet, obviously, because there's a section that was taken out of the side rails. So once I got that measurement, I went ahead and did a dry fit on these. Got all 6 of them up, everything looked good, and then I went ahead and just traced down these sides. Well, when I cut the side supports initially, they're at 15 degrees. So I did that same thing right here. I just put a bevel on here, 15 degrees on this side. Did a dry fit, see how it fit. Did a 15 degree on that side. Put it in there, and everything's coming together. So I got the steps put together on this one. Basically just fit them all in and drill some, or put some screws in on the sides right into this mortise area, so it's going to be in there super nice and snug. I mean. Alright, quick tip on how to get those holes exactly lined up where you need them. Start your hole from the inside of the mortise right here. Alright, do your through hole all the way, starting here and here. Punch out the other side so you have a couple of reference points of where to put those screws in. That way you're going to be dead center every single time. Alright, attaching the 2 pieces together right now, and it can be a little bit tricky because they're at an angle and it's really hard to get this top piece clamped together properly. So those pieces that you ripped off when you were making the steps so they fit all nice and flush, that 15 degree piece, here's what you do with the scrap. You cut them into smaller pieces and you attach them to the left and the right side, and then that way you have something that you can clamp on with your parallel clamps. Okay, so I've pretty much got the ladder all built at this point. Got the casters on there, and it's looking pretty good. All the fittings look good. I got some extra braces on here, widen the top, so that looks real good. But there is a design flaw, so this is something I'm gonna have to fix. When you start climbing the ladder, if your weight is too far back, it can actually start falling back. So I'm going to make a adjustment on the bottom and hopefully get that taken care of. Alright, So check this shit out. This is how I did the fix on this thing. I put a wider base at the bottom so it's coming out a little bit more, and then the casters are going to be more forward on this end. So when you're on it, you actually really have to yank to pull this thing back. And since this is for middle schoolers, a lot smaller kids than I am, I'm 220 something pounds. These kids are about half my size, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue for them. So hopefully this thing will work. Just gotta hit it with some sandpaper and some black paint, and it'll be ready to go.